morning, dear viewers, and welcome to DD News Meghalaya. You are watching the Breakfast News. Grab a cup of coffee or tea as we bring you the headlines. The State Coordination Committee of Coal Owners, Miners, Dealers and Exporters Forum has urged the Meghalaya government to create a legal framework for small scientific underground coal mining. The United Democratic Party has dismissed claims that it is weakening, asserting that the party remains united and strong. PM Modi at the Republic TV Summit 2026 said India is a civilization that does not react impulsively to temporary events but draws strength from centuries of experience and resilience. And US Vice President J.D. Vance said peace talks with Iran in Switzerland have made encouraging progress toward a final agreement. Now the news in detail. First, the local news. The State Coordination Committee of Coal Owners, Miners, Dealers and Exporters Forum has urged the Meghalaya government to create a legal framework for small scientific underground coal mining. After meeting Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma, forum members said they proposed mining operations in areas of up to 5 hectares and sought legal options under the 6th schedule. The Chief Minister has directed the Advocate General to examine relevant laws and explore ways to facilitate the resumption of coal mining in the state.
Bagi kuat appointment bagi kerana melakukan video duyung. Di miskontenat ba Meghalaya Chief Minister ulah simkia ini kakang buat ulah kot lawer ini mana keski buat hagan ni kejengya kendu jungi Chief Minister kalong ba ladon ru Advocate General naga Law Department antara ladon ki official jangka mining and geology ladon ru ki nong nikmat paiba ki ba kentu bikong Santa Mary Shilla ki ba kenan Shilla dan Gabriel Walang kibaya dalam katakan por mi kendu siang ka por mi kendu mana kalau khatwi bije hangte ya yeng ju official resident ju Chief Minister ni sungguh Chief Minister ubala sngap ya ka jingo jingnam jangi akaba ni persang manwat la tolti kumno biang bini play ya gar kom ti duyong ba kar kom ti duyong aga jing persang manwat ni menta kalong kar kom kecuk menta agaba ki nongki dewiyong kenem kamariang no kenem kalong lang borole munde silia
kibaya de barka environment namar baka kaladon ke jingong dewiyong ula pli hajar khat kendai tamba onsha banti ladang ibut yo ki kendon kat kum ki jongga ain jongga sarkar India barka sarkar jela o ni kubur ya kata bat ni pediam ya kata ndre haden bengi la pensiong nongrim naki jinglong jingman jong deu yong bat ke jinglong jingman jong ga gom bat khandeu bat ke jinglong jingman jong ki nong ti deu yong ngila akerpat ya ka sarkar ila bu ya ni ke proposal ha kata kadur ba ngin yada ya ka mariam ngin yada ya ki nong tre ngin yada ya ki no ki jing bomdon jingdu nong ya ka jela sniu ha ban sha ini ban ti deu yong halor jong ke ni ke nong rim
Bagi MMDR Act, nak kalian mesti mula keli bakadan kalap bangin la ban light nak MMDR Act kamtam exemption ngila pun pau hau CM baladangi pai syaka paragraph 12A section B jong ka schedule ka kran syai balang baka notification jong presiden jong kari India ngila ban yo ka exemption tan kalian CM lo ula ong ya advocate general jong ka state ba un simkia ka ni kam ban pe legal procedure kumno ban Baginla ban ya keran berka sarkar India kena baginla ban sinaya ka anya po ka ni ka state ka jongi namar ban inujor ka state jongi bar ka we kalong ka ba bayangi ban pentrekam ya ka ni ka MMDR Act lada ka kumbang ila pun pau syaya si ameneng ila ong lada ka don ka political will kam don jing ban exam yang namar radangi phai ka citizenship Amendment Act ke sarkar India kalau exam yang iga Meghalaya nak daw bangide ki 6 schedule area. Takam don jika keju ke prosedur ke sarkar India kalau ban apply akan ke kam jong ke MMDRA lada ki don kata ka political will.
The United Democratic Party has dismissed claims that it is weakening under the leadership of Metba Lyngdoh, asserting that the party remains united and strong. UDP General Secretary Tito Starwell Khan said the exit of a few leaders is common in politics and pointed out that the party increased its strength from 6 MLAs in 2018 to 11 in 2023. He also denied reports of any split within the UDP legislature party and urged election authorities to remain vigilant during the voter verification exercise in border areas.
CEO kena kalian ke parti tinggi dan ganu hadin ba nila airu e kijing ajimut tungi ba la kumno apa kia ya kenika vision la kumno ki diban sim ka confidence jong ki rambash nom ki klip no sensa nang ba ban penting kena ya ka jinglong trash nom jong ki briu ki basion masa gitu ki caka te na kalian ke parti ngina ya keren bangin sa budin ini kam na do stang pada kajuk kaporo kadang-kadang kapor ban tungi ki BLA namba kila ban ya angkat konsep namakan ni ka isu kam dade ya ba kata-kata state ke sungi ngai hoi kam tam hasar pada ki jakasar ba kunjuru aki jaka border dan kam sigun ban sek ini ki beliau ki bolong ki dual citizenship dan ta kiba long doubtful citizen ba kani kari kapor let's say ka bangila pan le nang ba kitu diberi kinumyo pandrum haka electoral
di mana most West Bengal kami di kelima madam le jing di belum genuine madam ka jing kiu
kalian ke election department ni ngai ba kila dan sibun ki kendon haka ban pensisya.
The Meghalaya government is exploring a temporary route for commuters travelling to Pin Ursula and Dauki following the collapse of a major stretch of the Shillong-Tamabil road near Laitlingkot. Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong inspected the damaged site on Monday and said authorities are considering a diversion via Umtli, Yaumawyong and Nongtmai at Laitlingkot. The proposed route is likely to be limited to light vehicles. The road was damaged after continuous rainfall washed away a section below the Umparet Bridge, disrupting connectivity along the Shillong-Dauki corridor.
Tim hibarakwe na duka district administration nakaliang wena chadisel nakaliang jong kapudi road jongi bat kumjuru nakaliang jong ka disaster management tengi dan nang ne bat ki company ki ba pentrei kan rok tengi i ya kijing ka ba jur ba ka be de bat kan ketua te kan bam kapor akaban repair kan ni te adin nang tu ngia wan ru ban pej ya ka yodon ka dungon ka temporary arrangement ka ban kumno ban light ya ka ya ki bil ka room ki ba mi ki ba ya ba hier se dauki la ni ba hier se pusla nang te ne slong te ngla wan man ta ke inspection bat ka ba ngin se sim ni ka rai kham sibit adin meng ne song meeting apo IB ka ba nga iman ngi haban penya nang nei na umthli na yomoyong bat kumju ro na nang thumai ban mi akan ka parmau ko jong iba krik hakabang ayat mentang na i kalong possible temporary tang bakala bandai tang yakin light vehicle kam dei ban long ye commercial vehicle dei kalong mai tang yakin light vehicle te yakani gin se song bat ki officers baru nang kalian district administration nang kalian ga national nang kalian ka peludi ban dia ban penbek kumdo ban le kan ka
Nongstoin MLA Gabriel Watlang laid the foundation stone for the higher secondary section of Thomas Jones Secondary School, Pindengray, during celebrations marking Thomas Jones Day yesterday. Addressing the gathering, Watlang highlighted the government's efforts to strengthen educational institutions and improve education policy in the state. He also paid tribute to Thomas Jones for his contribution to the Khasi language and announced a donation of Rs 10 lakhs to support the institution. The program was attended by school management committee members, teachers, students, parents and well-wishers. The Anti-Narcotics Task Force Meghalaya arrested 2 alleged drug traffickers during an operation in Shillong's Lom Survey area. Officials seized 16.1 grams of suspected heroin, 47 heroin-filled vials and a mobile phone. A case has been registered under the NDPS Act at Sadar Police Station and further investigation is underway. A blood donation camp was organized in Nongstoin by the West Khasi Hills District Blood Donors Organization in collaboration with the Blood Center, Nongstoin Civil Hospital, to mark World Blood Donor Day 2026. Addressing the program, speakers encouraged voluntary blood donation and highlighted its health benefits. Blood Center in charge Dr. Eric informed that the center has helped save over 900 lives and recently received the Outstanding Performance Award from the Government of India. Regular donors were felicitated with mementos for their contribution to the cause. Moving on with the regional news. A spiritual fervour has gripped Kamakhya temple as the annual Ambubachi Mela began yesterday. Thousands of devotees, saints and pilgrims have gathered at the temple, which will remain closed from June 23rd to 25th following the Pavriti ritual. The temple will reopen on June 26th after the Nivriti ceremony. Authorities have made elaborate arrangements for the smooth conduct of the festival, which celebrates the divine feminine power embodied by goddess Kamakhya. And now the national news. Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the Republic TV Summit 2026 said India is a civilization that does not react impulsively to temporary events but draws strength from centuries of experience and resilience. Emphasizing the country's long-term vision, the Prime Minister stated that India carries the memory chip of ages within its consciousness and asserted that the decisions and actions being taken today are laying the foundation for the nation's future over the next 1,000 years.
जिसके जहन में युगों की मेमोरी चिप लगी हुई है, हम युगों की मेमोरी चिप वाले नेशन है और इसलिए भारत जो कर रहा है, और ये मैं बहुत जिम्मेवारी के साथ कह रहा हूं, भारत जो कर रहा है वो आने वाले 1000 वर्ष का फ्यूचर लिखने वाला है। और यही दुनिया के लिए सबसे बड़ी भारत की गारंटी है। भारत फास्ट ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी भी है, एक क्रेडिबल इकोनॉमी भी है, और भारत राइजिंग पावर के साथ साथ, और अभी अर्नब तो ढेर सारी डिक्शनरी खोल करके बैठ गए थे, सुपर पावर तक ले गए, लेकिन मैं इतना जरूर कहूंगा कि भारत रिलायबल पावर है। मैं भी 2-3 दिन पहले जी समिट से लौटा हूं और दुनिया का हर नेता, हर देश इस बात को भली भांति समझता है कि आज के भारत के लिए नेशन फर्स्ट ही सबसे बड़ा मंत्र है सबसे बड़ा सिद्धांत है।
The Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers has announced that 4 cargo ships carrying urea, diammonium phosphate and sulfur successfully crossed the Strait of Hormuz last week and are en route to ports at Krishnapatnam and Kakinada in Andhra Pradesh, Paradeep in Orissa and Mundra in Gujarat. The ministry said the imports will strengthen the country's fertilizer reserves and support ongoing agricultural needs. It added that India's fertilizer stock has reached a robust 196 lakh tons, up from 168 lakh tons during the same period last year, while domestic fertilizer production has risen significantly to 133 lakh metric tons. The international news. US Vice President J.D. Vance said peace talks with Iran in Switzerland have made encouraging progress toward a final agreement. Mediators Pakistan and Qatar said both sides agreed on a roadmap to reach a deal within 60 days, including measures to ensure safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's Foreign Minister Saeed Abbas Araghchi also welcomed the outcome of the talks.
Is number one, we set up the mechanism to ensure not only the Straits of Hormuz are open, but will stay open. We think about 15 million barrels of oil come out. That's one of the reasons why oil is so low right now. Obviously, that means lower gas prices, and gas prices are going to keep coming down. Number two, we actually set up the right mechanism to ensure the regional ceasefire to manage the inevitable conflicts that will come up. We feel great about that. We're working with our allies from the Israelis to the Gulf Arabs to make sure that sticks, and we feel very, very good about where that is. We have the Iranians allowing weapons inspectors, nuclear inspectors into their country for the first time in a long time. We're obviously going to bolster that inspection regime to make sure they can never have a nuclear weapon. And finally, we continue to make progress on these technical negotiations. We left a lot of our team, the Iranians left a lot of their team at the resort there to keep on working at it. So all in all, a very productive 36 hours. We're going to have to keep working it. The last point that I'll make is, as I told you all this morning, this is laying a foundation for what could be a truly transformed Middle East. But we haven't built the house yet. We're going to have to keep on building, and that's what we'll do.
US President Donald Trump has warned that Washington will take necessary action if Iran fails to comply with its agreements with the United States. Speaking at an Oval Office event, Trump said the Strait of Hormuz remains open and claimed the US has full control over the strategic waterway. He also stated that funds being unfrozen for Iran are intended for food purchases, largely from American farmers, and stressed that Iran would never be allowed to develop a nuclear weapon. Trump added that the US would closely monitor Iran's actions and respond if it does not honor its commitments.
Very much, and today I'm signing 2 very important executive orders on quantum technologies that will strengthen America's place as the world leader in. We're doing very well with respect to the Hormuz Strait. We took in more oil yesterday than has ever gone through the strait. You probably see that we have an oil gusher. The strait is totally open. You know that, and we're negotiating. We'll see how that all goes, but. We have 2 things. We have an open strait, and we have a country that will never have a nuclear weapon. Will never, ever have a nuclear weapon. And I think Iran, I can say on a sort of a different scale, is in its own way working out very well. Maybe, it's hard to say just as well, but maybe almost just as well. And we're doing very well in terms of negotiating a fair and reasonable deal. One of the things that we are doing also, and it came up last night, is money that's being unfrozen is going to be used to buy food, and the food's going to be bought exclusively through the United States from our farmers. And corn, soybeans, all of the things they need are going to be bought from our farmers. So our farmers are very happy. I've had a lot of calls. They were very happy about that. So
let us now look at the sports news. Defending champions Argentina national football team and France national football team have secured their places in the FIFA World Cup knockout rounds with a game to spare. Lionel Messi scored twice despite missing a penalty as Argentina advanced to the round of 32, taking his World Cup tally to a record 18 goals. Meanwhile, Kylian Mbappe netted a brace and Ousmane Dembele added another in France's 3-0 win over Iraq in a match delayed for nearly 2 hours due to a thunderstorm. France maintained their perfect start to the tournament with 6 points from 2 matches.
So many stats to his name, but here's the coming in.
Whether
Catches his foot. The foul. Yeah. It looks like Xhavaslaga didn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
It looked a bit like that, didn't it? It looked like one of them got Martinez a bit. And
Messi. Oh! History beckoned, but we'll have to wait. As I say, his record isn't fantastic.
The referee now has blown the whistle just to attend to him. Desperate those red shirts are to get back. Just about to.
Hammering on the door, and finally he bursts it open. What a finish! What feet again from Ryan Cherki.
International Olympic Day was observed with sports enthusiasts, athletes and organizations promoting the values of excellence, friendship and respect. The day commemorates the founding of the modern Olympic movement and encourages people of all ages to embrace sports and physical activity for a healthier lifestyle. Speaking to DD News, John F. Karshieng said the occasion serves as a reminder of the power of sport to unite humanity through shared values, aspirations and solidarity. He emphasized the importance of promoting peace, harmony and mutual understanding through sports, particularly in a world facing increasing divisions and violence.
Today, as the world celebrates the 78th anniversary of Olympic Day and reflects on 132 years of the modern Olympic Day, Olympic movement, we proudly join millions of people across the globe to commemorate International Olympic Day 2026 on 23rd June and reaffirm the timeless Olympic values of excellence, friendship and respect. In a world of increasingly challenged by conflict, division, intolerance, inequality, climate concerns and social isolation, Olympic Day sends a powerful and timeless message. Humanity is stronger when united through shared values and common aspirations. The Olympic movement reminds us that while nations may compete on the field of play, they remain united through mutual respect, friendship, solidarity and a commitment to peace. We also hope that this Olympic Day celebration, which will be celebrated all over the world by schools, colleges, villages, towns, become a historic journey as we continue to celebrate it. It inspires athletes, it inspires generations who will one day proudly represent Meghalaya and India on national and international platforms. On this special occasion, I call upon all citizens of Meghalaya, students, youth, athletes, coaches, teachers, parents, administrators, volunteers and community leaders to embrace the Olympic spirit by participating in physical activity.
Now for the weather report. First, let's take a look at the weather report in Tura. Minimum temperature 23 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 30 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 85%. Rainfall 7.4 millimeter. Moving on to Shillong, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 85%. Rainfall 8.7 millimeter. Meanwhile, in Joai, minimum temperature 19 degrees Celsius, maximum temperature 24 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity is 84%. Rainfall 1.4 millimeter. And the forecast in Tura, Shillong and Joai says rain with thunderstorm likely to occur at many places. Before we end, a quick look at the headlines once again. The State Coordination Committee of Coal Owners, Miners and Exporters Forum has urged the Meghalaya government to create a legal framework for small scientific underground coal mining. The United Democratic Party has dismissed claims that it is weakening, asserting that the party remains united and strong. Prime Minister Modi at the Republic TV Summit 2026 said India is a civilization that does not react impulsively to temporary events but draws strength from centuries of experience and resilience. US VP J.D. Vance said peace talks with Iran in Switzerland have made encouraging progress toward a final agreement. Thank you for watching Breakfast News. Stay tuned for the Khasi News Bulletin coming up next. You can also follow us on our social media platforms for the latest news updates. Until then, this is Desenika signing off. Have a wonderful day ahead.